I welcome this moment the way a weary traveler pauses upon reaching the shores of a sacred, still lake. This moment is suspended. It is filled with a profound silence, and within this silence lies the power to quiet the tumultuous noise inside me. Right now, at this very instant, I am nowhere else. I am not entangled in the knots of yesterday, nor am I lost in the storm clouds of tomorrow's anxieties. I am here. I inhabit this body. I dwell within this single, precious breath. I close my eyes and gently allow the air to enter through my nostrils. This is not merely oxygen. It is prana. It is the invisible thread of life that connects me to the vastness of this universe. As I inhale, I visualize a stream of pure white light entering through the crown of my head. This light cools my skull, touching the corners of my brain where the exhaustion and tension of yesterday have accumulated. Slowly, this light descends through my throat and settles into my heart. I listen to my heartbeat. It speaks to me, saying, I am here for you. I have never given up, and neither should you. Give thanks to this body. This body is my most loyal friend. It has endured every single one of my mistakes. When I neglected it, when I did not feed it on time, when I kept it awake without reason, it continued to serve me in silence. It healed my wounds, it regenerated its cells, it gave me the energy to laugh, and it made space for my tears. Today, I ask this body for forgiveness. I make a promise that today I will listen to its signals. If it feels tired, I will rest. If it signals thirst, I will drink water. This is the first rule of self-improvement. Honor the vessel that carries your soul. Now I open my eyes and look around me. I am not looking at the things I do not possess. I am looking at the things that I do have. This ceiling, these walls, this bed, or the floor on which I sit, these are symbols of my security. There are millions of people in this world who woke up this morning without a roof over their heads. I am not one of them. Therefore, I do not cry over my fate. Instead, I express gratitude for my current position. Gratitude does not mean I must stop striving forward. Gratitude means I am gathering the necessary fuel to move ahead. An ungrateful person never finds success because their energy is perpetually focused on scarcity. But I rise today with an attitude of abundance. I have time, I have breath, and I have this day. This is enough. This is, in fact, a great deal. Chapter 2. Unburdening the past. Now I peer into that corner of my mind where the leftover thoughts of last night are scattered. Perhaps there is bitterness from an argument, or guilt over an unfinished task, or the fear of an uncertain future. I acknowledge these thoughts. I do not fight them. When we fight thoughts, they return stronger and more defiant. Instead, I view them as scraps of paper floating down the river of my consciousness. I'm standing on the bank. I do not reach out to grab them. I simply watch them drift by. Oh, there goes the thought of yesterday's embarrassment. Hello, you may go now. Ah, there is anger towards that person. I know you. You only burn me, you do not heal me. Drift away now. Reflect specifically on those past decisions that I now perceive as mistakes. I have made wrong choices. I have spoken words that should have remained unspoken. I have missed opportunities that may never knock again. But I also understand that at that time, I acted with the full extent of my understanding and the circumstances I was in. Looking back today, I see it as a mistake only because I have grown a little wiser since then. This is not proof of my failure. It is proof of my evolution. If I still thought that action was correct, it would mean I have remained stagnant. But I have not remained stagnant. I am changing. I am growing. This morning, I practiced deep forgiveness. Not forgiveness directed at anyone else, but forgiveness directed squarely at myself. I forgive myself for comparing my journey to others. I forgive myself for repeatedly underestimating my worth. I forgive myself for lowering myself in my own eyes. The love and respect I believe I deserve from others, I must first and foremost give to myself. Today I will stand in front of the mirror and repeat these words several times. I forgive you. You did the best you could with what you knew, and now we are moving forward. I cannot move forward while still carrying this burden of the past. It is like trying to climb a mountain with last year's failures tied to my back like heavy stones. With so much weight, I will never reach the summit. Halfway up, I will run out of breath, sit down, and then berate myself. See, I am so weak. Yet the truth is, I am not weak. I am simply carrying too much baggage. This morning is the time to set that baggage down. I imagine myself standing on the bank of a flowing river. I reach behind me and remove the stones one by one. This stone is someone ignored me yesterday. I toss it into the river and watch the ripples swallow it. The next stone is I wasted a lot of time yesterday. I throw that one in too. Slowly my back becomes lighter. My spine straightens. I take a deep breath and my lungs fill completely. This is the sensation of freedom. This is the very foundation of self-improvement chapter 3. Facing the mirror, the inner dialogue now, I stand up and walk to the mirror. I look into my own eyes. This is perhaps the most difficult task in the world, to look into one's own eyes and see the self without any masks or pretenses. When we speak to others, we wear a facade. We wear the mask of politeness, the mask of confidence, or the mask of indifference. But in front of the mirror, the mask fails. There is only me and my reflection. That reflection never lies to me. I study the lines on my face. These lines are not merely signs of aging. They are the cartography of my experiences. The small creases near my eyes, they were carved by countless moments of laughter. The line on my forehead, it was etched by worry. I love these lines. They narrate my story, that I have lived, that I have felt deeply, and that I have persisted. I speak out loud to my reflection. I first verbalized the old, familiar voice of my inner critic. You are still the same. You said the same thing yesterday about changing. Nothing has changed. Then I take a deep breath and respond to that voice. Yes, I stumbled yesterday, but I did not fall. I am standing again today. And today I am slightly more aware than I was yesterday. I hear you, critic, but I will not obey your commands. You cannot stop me. I ask myself 3 crucial questions and answer them with absolute honesty. Question 1. What do I truly want from life? Not just material things, but the underlying feeling. Do I crave peace, excitement, love, security, freedom? Answer. Above all else, I want peace of mind. I want a sense of contentment that is not dependent on external circumstances. I want to go to sleep at night knowing that I lived this day to the best of my ability. Question 2. What single habit is preventing me from achieving this? Answer. Be honest here. The habit holding me back is procrastination, or perhaps an excessive need for the approval of others. Question 3. If I knew I could not fail, what is the one thing I would do today? Answer. I would begin the work that I fear the most. I would present my art to the world, or I would have that difficult conversation, or I would start that business. Knowing these answers, I look back into the eyes of my reflection and say firmly, there are limitless possibilities within you. You have only glimpsed a fraction of your true self so far. Today is the day to unlock that potential. I believe in you, even if no one else has yet. Practice my smile. Not a mechanical grimace, but a warm smile that originates from the eyes. Scientists say that facial muscles send signals to the brain saying, we are happy, and the brain responds by releasing feel-good hormones. I use this small, beautiful lie to transform my reality into truth. I smile and say, this day is on my side. Whatever happens today will be for my growth. Chapter 4. The power of commitment, the mighty impact of small actions. I understand that mountains are not moved in a single day. I often set massive, overwhelming goals in the morning, only to feel defeated by evening. I think, from today I will exercise for 2 hours daily, eat only healthy food, and study for 5 hours. And then when the very first step feels insurmountable, I abandon the entire plan. Today I break this pattern. Today I make micro-commitments. I do not begin my day with a promise to change the world. I begin with these promises. 1. Glass of water. As soon as I get out of bed, I will drink a glass of water. This is a tiny action, but it signals to my body, I care about you. 2. 5 minutes of tidying. I will clean one small corner of my space for just 5 minutes. A cluttered environment is a reflection of a cluttered mind. A small, clean space will give me a feeling of control. 3. One line of gratitude. I will write just one sentence in a journal or on my phone about something I am grateful for. Just one. I will not make it a burden. 4. One deep breath before anger. I resolve that whenever I feel anger or irritation rising today, I will take just one deep, long breath before reacting. That single breath will save me from a foolish response. These goals are small, but their cumulative effect is miraculous. When I complete these 4 tiny tasks, by the evening I will have 4 pieces of concrete evidence to prove to myself. Yes, I did something good today. I can be disciplined. This self-trust will then provide the strength to take on a slightly larger commitment tomorrow. I remind myself that direction is more important than speed. If I am sprinting rapidly in the wrong direction, I am only moving further away from my destination. But if I am crawling in the right direction, I am getting closer, inch by inch. Today, I am prepared to crawl, as long as I am crawling in the right direction. Chapter 5. The antidote to the poison of comparison. I make my mind alert and warn it not to get trapped in the illusion of social media, where everyone appears happier, richer, and more successful than me. I know it is an exhibition, not reality. People post their best pictures, not their worst nights. People write about their promotions, not their fears. Therefore, today I will not compare my behind-the-scenes reality with someone else's highlight reel. If my mind looks at someone else today and says, "Look where they are and look where you are," I will immediately interrupt that thought. I will say, their journey is different, their resources are different, their definitions of success are different. I am fighting my own battle, and it is largely invisible. I am content with my own pace. Envy is a poison we drink ourselves while hoping the other person will die. It weakens my own body and mind. I choose inspiration over envy. When I see something beautiful or someone successful, I will say, if they can do it, it means it is possible in this universe. And if it is possible, I too can forge a path towards it. Chapter 6. Prayer or meditation, centering the power, the seed mantra. Towards the end of this inner dialogue, I sit in silence for a few moments. I may take the name of a deity or a higher power, or simply feel the infinite energy of this universe. I acknowledge a force greater than myself within me. This is a moment of humility. It is an acceptance that I cannot do everything alone, yet I am not alone. I choose a seed mantra affirmation for myself that will remain with me throughout the day. This mantra is, I am calm. I am capable. I am moving forward on my path. Whenever confusion arises during the day, I will hum this phrase silently in my mind. It is my anchor, holding me steady even in the storm. Chapter 7. Entering the field of action, the closing pledge. Now I open my eyes. I have tilled the soil of my mind, pulled out the weeds, and planted the seeds of positivity. Now it is time to perform the actions of the day. I step out of this room not as a new person, but as a slightly more aware, slightly kinder, and slightly more focused version of myself. I know that challenges will come today. Maybe the traffic will be bad, or unexpected news will arrive, or someone will say something harsh. But the armor of peace I have just built inside myself will protect me. I will not react, I will respond. I accept this day as a gift. I am going to give it my best, and in return I trust that the day will return to me exactly what I need. This morning's self-improvement session concludes here. Now, stand up, smile, and embrace your day.